Hey, it's Dan, and in this video I'll show you how to replace the coupler on this utility trailer. Now, unfortunately, I had a little incident. My trailer popped off the hitch ball while towing my bikes back home from a track day. I got really lucky because the old chains did their job, but I did choose to replace the coupler and the chains just to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Here's how to do it. So, this coupler was welded onto the trailer, so the only way for me to remove it was to cut it off. I used a handheld angle grinder with a cutoff wheel. This was kind of a pain and it took a while because I had to be careful not to cut into the trailer and only cut through the welds. So take your time here, make sure that you have a couple of spare cutoff wheels just in case you wear it down or break it. And after I cut through all the welds, I used a heavier hammer to knock off the old coupler. Took several tries, but keep at it, you will get it off. Once I got the old coupler off, I used a grinder to smooth off the leftover welds so that the new coupler would fit easily. Again, you want to take your time here and just smooth out the surface. And finally, I also used some black spray paint to slow down whatever corrosion or rust that's going to happen on the newly exposed metal. Next up, I aligned the new coupler to make sure that the latch opens and closes freely, and used a punch to make a small indentation so that it can more easily start drilling into the metal. One quick tip here, you want to start with a small drill bit first, and then gradually increase the size until you get the opening that you need. And after I drilled the two holes, I used a couple of grade 8 bolts and washers with lock nuts to secure the new coupler in place. After everything is secure, you also want to make sure that the latch still opens and closes easily without binding. And finally, I also installed some new chains. So to do this, I drilled one more hole behind the coupler and then used another grade 8 bolt to attach them to the trailer. And now the one thing you want to make sure of is that your chains are long enough to have some slack when they're attached to your car or truck. You'll want to cross them over and also make sure that they don't drag on the ground.